Last week, the wife and I, we were going to head into town, and one of the dogs was following the fence line. And we got to the end of the property line, and that dog dove right underneath this fence, and that's an electric fence, and they should not be able to get out anywhere. But what I noticed was there was a groove dug where the dirt was a little bit softer. And what I think is going on is some javelinas are getting into there. So I took down the car with the shovel, filled in with a bunch of rocks and whatnot. Now I'm going to go back down there because when I was down there filling in the hole, one of the dogs, the Canaan, was with me, and something got her attention, and she just took off like a shot. I looked up, and there was a big old jackrabbit, and she's scared of coming this direction. Now, I don't know exactly where it went, but I've got a couple of my friends here. By friends, I mean 1911s. And I'm loading up some mags here with some Sierra 185 grainers that I've loaded with Accurate Arms number 5. So I'm going to get some nice velocity out of these loads. So I've got some extended magazines here. Basically, I'm just going to walk to the other end of the property, and maybe I can see exactly where that jack took off to, because there's some wood piles down there. It may be hanging out in the wood. Otherwise, I'm going to drag over some other logs and whatnot and kind of fill in that area where I believe there's javelinas digging underneath the fence so the dogs can't get out. But maybe I'll see a javelina. Probably not this morning, but let's take a look. So I'm going to get loaded up here. Couple extra magazines. Got them loaded up, ready to go. Got my ears and my eyes in my bag. Bring some extra ammo here. Got a bottle of water, something to drink. I may be out for a while. Get it all zipped up. A little bit windy this morning. I don't know, maybe 7, 8, 9 mile an hour winds. Gusting probably into the upper teens. Not a big deal. It's not a bad idea to get out and shoot in wind once in a while so you kind of retain that skill as well. But it's a cool 40 degrees. Now, I think I'm all set. Now I'm all set. Let's go see if we can bust some jacks. So as I'm walking along now, I brought the dog along, the Canaan, and she was sort of a bit east of me and then took off sort of in a northerly direction, and then I saw her come back this direction. So I think I've got a jackrabbit kind of right over there. So I'm going to prep, continue my walk. And I think I'm about to have some jack luck. Let's go. Well, I've made it down to the fence line here, and I haven't come across anything just yet, but this is the area where I believe it's going to be javelina. I've dug underneath. Now, I've already started filling this in with a shovel, and I've got a down juniper over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just basically junk up this area so at least the dogs can't get out. I got plenty of ammo for javelina. Time to get to work. I've circled back around now, and I found myself back at a familiar spot. You've seen some of the earlier videos. This is a burm that I come out and I shoot at. But as I was walking more that direction, as I got closer to the berm, I picked up an aroma, we'll call it, and some sign on the ground. That pretty much confirms that it's javelina that are coming underneath the fence over there. It's an unmistakable smell. But let's take a walk over there and I'll show you what I'm looking at. So now as I walk this direction, I'm starting to pick up the scent right now. And I'm standing, I don't know, 10 feet from the berm. Camera makes it look a little bit closer. But I've got some sign here. Got some brown fur on the ground over here. And it kind of stinks. So if there's anything in there, I think it's time to do a little target practice. See if I can stir something up. So I think what I want to do here is I'm going to start with that log right there. Of course, I might want to save some of that. Cut it. That crotch would make a really good turning for the bowl. I got a wood lathe. More of what I was talking about on the ground. And then I'll sort of work my way over to the left. Let's see what happens. Nothing else. We just have a little fun target shooting. Now, it's easy enough to understand the concept of clearing a house. We're going to clear a berm. So I'm going to start on the right, and I'm basically just going to fire along to the left. So if there's something in there, I want to scare it out. And it is plenty aromatic. So something, more than one I'm guessing, has been in there or is in there. So I've got an extended mag. If something comes at me, I've got a lane behind me. I've got myself, I didn't back myself into a corner. I've got room, or I can go off to my right here to buy myself a little bit of real estate. Let's have some fun. Well, one extended magazine later, whole lot of nothing going on right here. So I brought another friend along, another 1911. Let's switch it up so we can have some fun as long as we're out here. Many years ago when Desert Storm was a thing and Desert Camo was sort of all the rage, I decided I wanted to invent my own. So this is just a standard GI 1911 that I did a Duracoat. Desert Camo. So let's just put some more lead in that berm. Well, this has been one of those days where things just have not gone the way I thought that they might. Didn't get a jackrabbit, haven't seen a javelina, seen evidence of them, and it's plenty aromatic over here. But it's time, I think I need to wrap this up. Got to head back up to the house. Got to tend to the chicken coop, the rabbit hutch, the greenhouse. Happy trails.